Welcome back to Callahan's Corner. You ask a question, we answer them live right here on Facebook. Very, very important day. If you are a business owner in the lawn care service industry, snow removal, and you have subcontractors, businesses will now need to file from a 1099 NEC for each person in the course of your business to whom you paid at least $600 or more during the previous year of 2023. This payment would not have been for services performed by a person or a company who is not your employees. So in other words, if you have people that you are paying as subcontractors who are not an actual employee and they've made $600 or more in 2023 cumulative, your business is on the hook to file a 1099 NEC. The penalties for not filing these 1099s can add up very quickly. They range from anywhere from $50 to $110 per form, depending on how long the past deadline company issues them. In fact, businesses that intentionally disregard these requirements can provide additional payments and is subject to a minimum penalty of $550 per statement with no maximum. So going out and claiming negligence or not knowing is not enough. The government wants you to file these 1099s. The good news and I guess the bad news is today, right now, January 31st, 2024 is the last day to file your 1099 NEC. And we're going to actually go out and break down some difference here. According to Mark J. Kohler, just an absolute stud when it comes to making taxes sexy. So I'm going to actually try to get Mark on some of our Facebook Lives from one of our live events for our masterminds. But as we're looking at it, a 1099 NEC is the most common of a 1099. This is potentially what we're going to be doing for 99% of our lawn care and landscape snow removal companies. 1099 form is issued as a general rule. And business owners will file this 1099 NEC for each person or business whom they pay over the course of 2023 and paid at least $600 during the year. The payment would not have been for services performed by a person or company who is not the payer's employee. Now, sometimes there's a 1099 miscellaneous. This is also for payments over $600. But that is for such things as rent, prizes, awards, or other income payments. So if you're watching this in the lawn care landscape industry, 99% chance you're going to be filing a 1099 NEC. Obviously, check with your tax professional, payroll professional. That's where we run our 1099s for simple growth in the lawn care company through our payroll provider. As we're looking at it, though, we've got some deadlines that we want to be talking about for 1099s in 2024. Your 1099 NEC is the one that most of us are going to be paying, if not all of us. The 1099 is due and delivered to recipients by today. Now, this can be done by actual mail or email. So if you haven't done this, there's still some time today. Those 1099 NECs need to be emailed out to your subcontractors. The due date to file forms with the IRS by mail, once again, you got to get them post-stamped from what I understand and the regulations by the end of the day for January 21st. So once again, they need to be received by today. They can be done by email and they need to be postmarked to the IRS by the end of the day. And the due date to file forms with the IRS via e-file is also January 31st. So based on the number of 1099 NECs that you are actually processing, certain regulations roll around there that you actually have to file them by e-file, and the deadline is today. Your 1099 miscellaneous for rent, prizes, awards, and other miscellaneous things. The due date to the recipient is also today, the 31st. Bad news is the filing date, or actually good news with the filing date with the IRS is February 28th. So you got about another month, and the via e-file is March 31st. So those are the things we're looking at as we're diving in here. I'm going to see if I can open up the screen real quick here and actually share this graphic with you guys. But great article here by Mark J. Kohler. Seen him in person live, like I said. One of the only people I've ever seen make taxes look sexy. So I'm going to open this up and show you exactly what Mark is showing us here. And it looks like, there we go. So these are your deadlines for your Taxes here, 1099 NEC. Most contractors can be filing that. Due date is today. So it has to be delivered to the recipient. That can be done by email according to the rules that we've read on the IRS website and Mark's article here. Due date to file with the IRS is today by mail. So either get that post dated, or if you have, I believe it's 10 or 14 employees or more, you have to file via e-file. So that is going to be the area that we would like to take a look at here, and remind you at Callahan's Corner, I had a lot of questions coming in around 1099s. And Mark has a great article here around the around this. And I'm going to put that in the comment here for everybody. But like I said, he is a great resource for taxes and real estate. So there's a great article link in there. And he breaks down the fines, $6 or $600 per year, and what to do actually if you received a 1099 as a business, and how to handle that. So, and he also breaks down the difference between the 1099 NEC, which is what most lawn care companies are going to be looking at, and the 1099 miscellaneous, which is going to be for rent, prizes, awards, or other income payments. So you may actually be getting one of these miscellaneous ones as well as a contractor. But this is a big thing I wanted to point out today. The deadlines for these different ones. And I'm going to go in and copy the link address and also put the IRS link to these dates and that, so you can confirm on your own. Obviously, we take no responsibility for this, but Mark is a trusted advisor for taxes and legal, and obviously you want to confirm with the IRS. But this is what I'd recommend taking a look at today. If you have not filed your 1099 NEC or 1099 miscellaneous, today is the last day to be within those confines to get that done. So comments, questions, drop them below. And we also talk about vendors as S Corps or C Corps and the legalities around this in article. So it's a great article. Not going to read it verbatim, but Mark puts a lot of stuff in here that is really insightful if you've never seen this stuff before. Once again, I recommend hiring a professional. We use our payroll company to file these 1099s. And here are your penalties right off the IRS website. More than 30 days is $60 per fine. More than 30 days is $120 per file. After August 2nd, $320 per employee. And intentionally neglect to file, $630 per employee. So this could add up really quick. Mark tells a real life story here where this gentleman had $17,000 in penalties. So really obviously important. That's why we're taking the time here to go in and highlight the penalties from Mark's article as well as the deadline. So good news is 1099 NEC, 1099 miscellaneous, get those in the mail or emailed, most likely emailed to your employees right now, or your subcontractors, I'm sorry. Get it post stamped to the IRS or file e-file by the end of today. Comments, questions, drop below. Callahan's Corner. You ask the questions. We answer them live right here on Facebook. Get those 1099 NECs and 1099 miscellaneous out by the end of today.